Hi guys, and welcome to our The Little Mermaid Ariel Halloween costume tutorial. We're going to start with how you make the bandeau top shell bra. So to make this, you're going to need a purple bandeau, a long strap of purple fabric or ribbon, and 2 large seashells. We got these seashells from Amazon and they're pretty plain when we got them, so we painted them with this purple paint. We first added a white base so the purple would pop better, and then just put the purple paint on top. And when it dried, it looked something like this. So we added some black paint to the purple to make it a little bit darker, and we painted that just in the grooves of the seashell to give it some more dimension. And then we took some sparkly silver, this is actually nail polish, and we put that on top, but you could just use glitter and glue if you wanted to. Alright, to actually put it all together, you're going to take your strap and just hold your seashells where you want them to sit. And then I took a Sharpie and marked on the fabric as well as the seashell where I wanted it to sit. So when you take it off, you're just going to put concrete cement, that's the glue we used, or you could use super glue, but don't use hot glue because that didn't work out for us. And you're just going to put it in there underneath the strap and line it up where the Sharpie is marked. And just push it into the grooves, and we used a claw clip to hold it on for 60 minutes. So next you're going to take your bandeau, and if it doesn't already have the gather in the front, we just added that by doing an in and out stitch and pulling it closed. So to glue them on, you're just going to make sure everything is lining up right. And then when you take it off, just put a whole bunch of glue inside the seashells and push it in with a Sharpie and let that dry for 60 minutes. So now to make the tail skirt, we took this super shiny green spandex fabric, and we also got 2 different shades of tulle. So you're going to measure around your bum and do that in inches. And you're also going to measure from your waist to however long you want it. We recommend going around where your calf is so that you'll still be able to walk in it. So fold your fabric over, the nice side should be on the inside, and draw out your width measurement, which should be the measurement you got for your bum. Divide it in half and then minus 3 inches because we want it to fit tightly, and then draw out the length measurement as well. And you're going to pin a giant rectangle with the measurements you got and cut it all out. And now it should look something like this. And you could sew it all together to make a giant rectangle. But the hips and waist might be a little loose because it is a rectangle, so to make it tighter, we just took pins and kind of went on an angle the way we wanted it to sit. You can get a friend to help you with this part if you want. And once it's pinned in place, just go along with the line with the sewing machine so it fits tighter. And you're going to do the exact same thing for your legs, just pin along where you want it to fit and sew along that line as well. Alright, to sew the hip things, we just took our tulle, folded it in half and rolled it, and this has to be long enough to go all the way around your bum so that when you're pulling it on and off it doesn't rip. And then we're going to sew it in just a little stitch in 3 places, the end, the very middle, and the other end, so you can see it's starting to come together like that. So you're going to fold your skirt that you already sewed in half and find the middle, and in the front you're going to do that gather stitch that we did before, just by doing in and out and pulling it, and do that about 2 inches down, depending on how far down you want it to go on your front. And when it's done, it should look like that. So when your skirt is flipped the right side out, you're going to start sewing the edge of your tulle roll to the middle of the gather, and we tuck the raw edges under just so you couldn't see them, and you do this for both edges and the very back. You can see it all lines up perfectly. And it is going to be a little bit baggy, but when you wear it, it looks good and like fluffy, just like hers are. And that's how it's going to look when it's done. So to make the bottom of the skirt, the mermaid fin, we just took all the pieces of tulle. I put the thicker one on the inside and then the nice loose stuff on the outside, and you're going to make a really long rectangle. So I just did a loose pin stitch first, just to make sure it all stayed in place when I actually sewed it to the skirt. And you're going to flip your skirt inside out and pull it while you sew that big rectangle of tulle to it. So you make sure you're stretching it so that when you're walking it doesn't rip the stitch. So when it's done, you can see it's going to look like that, and you're going to have this edge that's an open slit. So I just pinned that and then did a quick stitch down it to keep it all together. And when it's done, it's going to look like that.
To finish Ariel, we just gave her a bright red wig and some red lipstick.
And that's pretty much the entire look. Thanks guys for watching, and make sure you check out all of our other Disney princess costume tutorials right here, or you can click our Halloween playlist and see other costume tutorials we do.